Alright, so today is another beautiful night. I don't know, most of my videos I do them when I have like the time, so why don't I just run into it? Alright, so today I'll be talking about the abilities of God, which you guys know as talent. So what do I mean by the abilities of God? Excuse me. When God created humans, He gave us this course, both men and women, that the men would toil the ground to get food, while the women would go through pain to give birth and all that shit. So during this process, that it's like a course. So this process of this course, the pain you will feel, God knows. He knew what this pain was going to be like. So what He did was He shared talents, He shared to us humans abilities to minimize those pain. Do you understand? To turn those pain, like, I don't know how to put it, to turn those pains to like joy, to like give you those pain as motivation to go through the course that it cost us from the beginning of time. So talents like dancing, drawing, music, whatever you want to call it, an example of this was seen in the parable in the Bible. Jesus talked about it now, and He said, I think it was in Matthew. Let me check it here. Yeah, so it's the parable of the talents, can be found in Matthew 25 verse 14 or thereabouts. He talked about the talent. One servant receives 5 talents, another 2, and a third 1. The servants who received 5 and 2 talents used them to trade and double their investment. The servant with 1, and fearing he might lost it, buried it in the ground. So you understand all of that, the story, if you know the story. What do I mean by this? What do I mean by the ability of God? The master, He is God. He had those talents with Him. Those are His ability. He passed a quarter, like a bit of it to us, and He wanted to see what we could use it to do during those pain, during the course He has cost us. So those were like a gift. While He was like, if you check the master in the Bible, the master was on a voyage. He was away for a while, and he knew that without his presence, the servants would diverge into boredom, might do things and all that. So that was like a test. Those abilities was a test. The servant gave 5, multiplied it, which showed that during the time he traveled, that servant walked. He was not swayed away by other, earthly troubles or all of that shit. So when he came back, the master saw what he did, and also the one that buried his talent. Let me give an example of, you have the ability to sing and you've not sang in a while. When you bury that talent, it does, when it comes with time, it doesn't have to be using that. It doesn't have to mean that talent has to be transferred or used to make money. It can be something you use to like just make people around you happy. You understand what I mean? So it shows you are not bored. It shows you have things you're doing. And with time, once that talent becomes one with you, you can dive into other things. So what am I trying to say is, once you have a God-given ability, it is your cigarette, it is your alcohol. That is the alcohol. God, He knows that we were going to go through those fucking pain. He knew it was something that would eventually want to kill us with time. So He gave us those ability to while away time. Humans cannot do without having something to do. Humans don't know what being bored, like, we cannot. Boredom is a pain, let me put it that way. So those talents were what we're supposed to use rather to while away time. To, in other cases, as we use it while away time, talents become one with us. We use it to make money. Talents could be anything. They're like multiple things out there that can become talent. Your ability to speak to people is a talent. Your ability to listen to people is a talent. And with time, and now it's becoming something that brings income. So what I'm trying to say is, I think we at large, I'm also talking to myself, we need to take our time and sit down and listen to what those talents is inside of us, and we can have the ability to become one with God and the ability to gain more talent with just that one talent that has been given to us. Peace out.